So I asked some philosophical question related to yoga, and whatever you answer is nothing is right or wrong. It's your understanding, because yoga is a journey. So it's all about growing a mind from within, because mind guides the body. That's the whole core of yoga. So you have to understand your mind, then only can grow in yoga. And that's why my classes are slightly different, because I also dwell a lot on the mental sphere, and so that you know about your mind, because unless you know your mind, you cannot treat your body. So my question was, basically, nutshell was, are you a people's pleaser? Don't think that any question is silly, or I should not be asking this. Okay, ask anything, say anything. This is a free space, this is a sacred space. You can talk anything here.
I think first one, that everybody should be happy with me. I hope that everybody should be happy. They could have a different opinion when it comes to that part, but happiness is a different thing. Okay. So I hope that people close to me are happy. Second question was whether the people should like you. Definitely not. I don't want to do that.
Are you comfortable when people around you don't like you?
I will leave that company, to be sure. I don't want to put effort into that. Difficult for me to say no. Sometimes it's difficult. I try my best to adjust my routine or things to sometime, I say no.
Okay, so the first question, do you think everyone should be happy with you? So not at all, because I know that I cannot please everyone. Even a family of 4, it is impossible to make everyone happy. So there is always mismatch of opinions, and that's okay. Everybody has their own perspective, everybody has their own opinion, and if they are not happy, it's okay, and I cannot make everyone happy. That's it. Are you always longing that people should like you? Not at all. Dynamic of my work is such that I work in public. Some people like me, some people don't like me, and I have to accept that. How do you feel if someone does not want to include you? And it happens many times. I see this on every day. People want to include me, and that's awesome. And sometimes they don't want to include me, and that's okay too.
And what if the relationship is closer?
Of course, I will feel bad, but then everybody is different. Everybody is unique. In my family, and it has been happening. Like, I don't think so any family is perfect. There are always people, in fact, in your family, that they will not go with what you say. And I think that's okay. I'm working on how to say no to people, because that is my biggest weakness. I'm not able to say no, but I'm working on it. So now I think 80% of the time I'm not right away, but I'm able to say. I'm working on it. So that area I have to work on. Will you be still okay if no one stood beside you? I will be 100% fine if nobody stands beside me, because it's me and that's them.
Very good.
I will be perfectly fine, because if I'm standing for something which is good for everyone, or anything like which is for the community, and people are not beside me, that's okay.
At least I used to be a people pleaser, mainly because I don't like conflict and confrontation. I always like to keep things cool. So I think that is the main reason behind me trying to please and just say yes and go along. And I also feel like I was never a very strong person with strong opinions. So I just went with whatever people, generally can be strong if I want. So people think of me as I come across as really strong, but actually I'm not. So
let me pause you and ask you a question here. So internally, did you feel a conflict in your own mind when this happened, when you had to get along with people, not expressing yourself enough? Yes,
it
caused more damage to you.
Yeah, it did, and I think I guess I always had this little unhappiness in me, that also even simple things like I wanted to do something, and I never spoke up and said, oh, I want to do this. Like I could never say that for the longest time. It seems so weird now that I'm able to actually vocalize it. Saying no, I think when I say no on behalf of my team, I'm stronger, but for myself, I think sometimes I find it hard to say no.
Still struggling with it?
Yeah, struggling with it, definitely.
Okay.
Again, all this comes from the pleasing and no conflict, no confrontation.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good answer. Very honest answer. Thank you so much. Who wants to go next?
I was once, right? But now
when we like interact with people, definitely different of opinions and difference of thought process. So now like I'm realizing that like I will not like everyone should be happy with me. It's like it is okay. I'm like accepting that one, Harshana. Like
The process, it's a journey right now.
yeah, it's a journey, right? I mean, it's not that okay, whoever you meet, whoever you interact with, not necessarily they have to be like happy with me, right? Because of course, be it in personal or be it in the professional, it is always the case. Like I'm realizing now, are you always longing that people should like you? But again, right, like slowly transitioning that, no. But again, I used to be really, I don't know if I use the term sensitive, but if somebody like shows any symptom that okay, they don't like me or they don't like to talk to me, I used to be like feel very hurt. Now again, I think it's all like related to the first question only. I'm just like accepting who I am, like not necessarily have to change for everyone to be happy with them. That part is like, yeah, so I'm not expecting that everyone should be happy with me, and I'm okay if they don't like me. How do you feel if someone doesn't want to include you? You think like you are in like same alignment or frequency with someone, but when the time passes, right, like priorities changes and then you evolve as a person, that some things that other person likes like doesn't matter to you. Few things, okay, so people like want to go out and then enjoy, so I could be one like just like stay home. So in those kind of things and all, if they don't include me, like earlier it all like different case, now like I'm like more happy and content with they don't include me. Also difficult for you to say no to people. Actually that like I find it difficult every day saying no or like not no. It depends on like the situation of the other person. Will you be okay if no one stood beside you? I think no, not yet, because we are like human beings and like attached to emotions. You can all say like outside, oh, I'm like fine, I'm okay, I'll be like okay by myself. But I think deep inside, like you would definitely want.
You always long for somebody that support, right? Who wants to go next? Very honest answer. You've become so honest, all of you. All the hesitation has gone now. You're just picking up your mind. I'm so happy for that. This has become a great community.
Do you think everybody should be happy with you? Yes. I'm that kind of personality. I try to please everybody. I'm trying to more assertive now, but I'm working on it. Definitely, yeah, I feel bad, but it's okay now.
Getting better.
Getting better. Yeah, it is difficult to say no to the people. Yeah, for sure. It's very hard.
So everybody knows whom to ask. Okay, guys? Ask her if you need any help. She has difficulty saying no.
It's very hard for me. I will work on it. I'm not okay if somebody is not stood beside me.
So the first question is, do you think everyone should be happy with you? Yes, I want everyone around me to be happy. That's why like when I'm in a crowd, I always talk a lot. So just to make sure like everyone is comfortable with me. Are you always longing that people should like you? I never. They like me or they don't like me, I'm okay. How do you feel if someone does not want to include you? Fine with that too. Is it difficult for you to say no to people? It was, but slowly I'm learning to say no. And I feel that I'm able to say no now. Will you still be okay if no one stood beside me? No, that's not possible for me. I want people with me.
Everybody welcome Sandhya. She's brand new first day and she's got such difficult question.
Pretty sensitive person. So yeah, like generally I would like to please people, and even at work when people ask me, different questions, it's really hard for me to say no. So I take the extra mile to actually answer their questions, even if it means it's taking more time. And yeah, like if there is nobody beside me, yeah, I don't think I can take it. I really want people. So, but the thing is, in reality though, I know it's also causing a lot of trouble for me. So I would like to see the other side, like to get the benefits of both ends, I guess. So yeah, I really want to reach there at some point, actually.
You're at the right place, that means.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You see yourself today and 6 months from today, okay? And then we'll talk.
Okay, sure. That's exactly what I want from this.
Okay, Divya, go next.
Just the close ones around me to be happy with me. Like not everyone. It's not very difficult for me to say no, but I would say it in a very sweet way to be happy with me. Like not everyone. Yeah. I would normally say, I think it's not very difficult for me to say no. But I would say it in a very sweet way. Yeah. How do you feel someone does not want to include you? I would feel bad, but for some time, but then I would let it go. And will you still be okay with no one stood with? That's very hard. Trying to be strong enough to like be alone and be strong.
I was just wondering if you're gonna give us any practical tips, or will that? How do we do that?
It's
Is it
through all this process of yoga. You'll learn gradually. It comes through the practice. It comes through meditation, and then all right. So today's topic is Muladhara Chakra, which is the root chakra. Root chakra means there are 7 different chakras. If you know, these are the energy centers in a body, and the Muladhara Chakra represents our basic needs. Okay, like security, comfort, fear. And the yogis say that unless your Muladhara Chakra is well grounded, you're grounded, you cannot grow in your journey of yoga. So that means your basic insecurities, fear, and the feeling of belongingness should be met before you can progress in your journey. You cannot progress in your journey if you're stuck at Muladhara Chakra and your basic needs of emotional securities are not met. So today we're going to do a practice for Muladhara Chakra, and we're going to work a lot on our hips, because a lot of times the trauma, the sadness, or the insecurities are stuck at the level of the lower hips and the lower back region. And people having low back, hip pain, tightness are usually people who are very stuck at that level, introvert. It's all to deal with our emotional understanding, okay, about our own self, about our own feelings, and knowing our own feelings. Okay, so you have to understand your mind. First of all, what do you want in life, and how vulnerable you are in that particular thing, and then making a foundation on top of that, becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. So first and foremost thing is understanding your own emotion and accepting it. Yes, I have this fear. Yes, I have this insecurity. Now what do I do? Now you work on that. But first of all, acceptance. A lot of times we don't even know what our emotional requirements are. This root chakra is all about understanding your own emotion and accepting it. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to feel the need for somebody, but always have to grow beyond that. That's what the root chakra signifies. It's a psychological dependence on somebody, or that insecurity we are looking for. And we all have that inbuilt in our culture, in our primordial animal nature. We like to be in a herd. But our yogis have taught that's not where we should be stuck at. We should grow from there, be independent from all these attachments, but not in a negative way, in a positive way where my energy will benefit others, but I am not emotionally dependent on anybody. You should reach to that state. Is it easy? It's not easy. It's very, very difficult. People who are sort of people pleaser, or they want everybody should be happy with me, that they always have this constant fear that I should not do anything wrong, that people go away from me. It's usually a sign of low confidence and low self-esteem. So you have to understand that. It's okay to have that. It's okay to have something wrong, but if you don't know about it, you won't work on it. For example, if you have a wound and you don't know about it, if you keep rubbing, you'll injure your wound again. But if you know your weaknesses, understand it properly, you can actually work on it. So that's why you have to understand the root cause of that particular behavior. Why I'm people's pleasing, why I want everybody to be happy with me, why I'm always so insecure that if somebody doesn't like me, they'll go away from me. That's coming from that low self-esteem. That means you don't understand your own importance. You haven't even understood or connected within yourself. There's no journey you cannot travel alone. You can do everything. It's only that we are very dependent on others. Being independent emotionally from others, that doesn't mean you stop caring about others. In fact, you will become more caring. And this we have talked in our previous lectures. It's called Vairagya. I hope you remember that it's a state of mind where you're not emotionally dependent. Your happiness and sadness is not dependent on anybody else or any external stimulus. You are aware of your feelings. You are in control of your feeling. Even though you're sad about a particular instant, you're still in control with your feeling. You use your sadness, you use your emotion for growth. You don't get succumbed to it. You understand the difference? You can use your sadness for your growth too. You can use that anger for your growth too, but you don't have to succumb to it. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you're vulnerable, if you're getting angry, see how you can use that. We have to use our nature to go towards which is beyond nature, the consciousness. Okay, so it's just by connecting within. More meditation, more you connect within, and more you understand your own nature, more you actually outgrow that emotional dependency from others. Okay, first of all, you have to understand, yes, accept it. Yes, this is my emotion, this is what I feel. And I accept that fact very nicely. Yes, I'm feeling sad or I'm not feeling good about this. That's okay. And be comfortable with that. You own that feeling. Don't blame the other person for your feeling. You own your own feeling. You are feeling it. And don't start putting fingers, because of you I'm feeling that, because of this I'm feeling that, this situation made me feel that. No, it's your own feeling. You're just weak enough not to deal with it right now, which is okay. But it's your own feeling. Accept that. Because we also don't know in what situation how we will react. You cannot control your emotions. But you can foster your intellect so that your intellect will make still better decision even though you're sad, even though you're agitated. You understand the difference between emotional brain and the intellect brain. So we have to use our emotions, we have to accept how we are, and then use our emotions for our growth. Because awareness is what yoga develops. First, you be aware of yourself, what your needs are, what your wants are, how do you react to different situation. First, be aware of your own self. Okay, if this happens, I reacted this way. Then contemplate on it. How could I have done better? So these are some simple tips. Contemplation about your own behavior, your own actions is very, very important in day-to-day life. Every day, every end of the day, you should contemplate. If the same situation happens again, how will I get better at it? How will I handle the situation better? Be true to your roots. Red is the color for Muladhara Chakra. Red denotes a lot of activity. So mind is hyperactive when we are dealing with our emotions. So try to calm yourself down at that moment. It's okay. It's okay. Okay? Like you talk to your best friend, you have to talk to your mind like that. We are very good in talking to our friends. If they're sad or they're vulnerable, we are very good. But coming to our own mind, we want to feel victim. So Muladhara Chakra, when it's weak, you feel more victim mentality. You feel like everything is happening to me. Why me? So first of all, stop feeling the victim mentality. No blame game, no victim. Poor me. No poor me mindset. You're very powerful. One person can change entire community. You're so powerful. But the change begins with self.
Like everybody should be happy with you, or everybody should agree with you.
People have opinions, very strong opinion. And you may also have opinion. So it's fine to disagree in your opinions, but that should not affect your emotions. Any particular topic, you can agree to disagree with your partner, with your colleagues, with your friends, or whatever. But that should not foster any animosity between the two parties.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm asking. Like, because agreeing will, if you are not agreeing with somebody, that will lead to.
That will lead to conflict only if the relationship is not strong.
Yeah.
Okay, if the relationship is really, foundation is strong, it really doesn't matter. You'll always resolve it. Okay, that's your opinion, this is mine. Let's go and have party. Yeah, so you should be comfortable. See, that's where the comfort lies. If Muladhara Chakra is balanced, if you're okay with your emotions, that's where the comfort lies, that you're comfortable with that disagreement. You're still okay. And it requires a very high level of maturity to come to that comfort level. Between friends, between partners, between colleagues. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be different, to have different opinions. But are we still comfortable with each other?
Archana ji,
Yes.
this is basically you're talking about the emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Because what I see that the people who has more EQ, they are more successful than I. That's what it's. I'm learning that. So the way you are telling me control emotions, and you should know that is called as a emotional intelligence.
Yes, EQ.
You should know
Emotional
how much
quotient, yeah.
how much and how, where, how, to whom you should.
Yes, you should have that discretion in your mind. It's called Vivek Shakti. That is the faculty of our frontal brain. Okay, that how, where you speak, what you speak, where you should step back, where should you go forward. That's emotional intelligence. And that's what yoga develops, emotional intelligence. When I talk about intelligence, it's all about emotional intelligence, which yoga helps you develop because it develops the awareness within your own self. Thank you so much for sharing your yoga journey with me.